Every night, the city changes. The streets you know become quieter. The shops close. The sidewalks empty. The lights come on. And somewhere near your building, near a market, under a parked car, or beside a doorway, a street dog lifts its head. To you, night may feel like the end of the day. But to a street dog, night is not an ending. It is the beginning of a different city. A city most people never see. During the day, street dogs live around us. They avoid traffic. They watch humans. They wait near shops. They sleep in corners. They follow familiar people. But at night, when human life disappears from the street, their real survival map begins to appear. Where do they go? Where do they sleep? How do they stay safe? Why do some dogs vanish after sunset, while others appear only when the city goes quiet? And what are they doing in those dark hours when you are asleep? This is Street Dog Mind, where we explore the hidden psychology of the animals living beside us. Tonight, we are going into the side of the city you almost never see. What happens to street dogs at night? Not the simple version, not just sleeping, not just wandering, but the hidden decisions, routines, dangers, and quiet intelligence of animals that have learned to survive in a world built for humans. Stay until the end, because the final part changes the way you understand every street dog you see in the morning. Because when that dog appears again at sunrise, it may have already survived an entire world you never witnessed. Number 1. Street dogs do not sleep randomly. Most people imagine a street dog simply lying down wherever it gets tired. A sidewalk, a park bench, a doorway, under a car. But for a dog that lives outside, sleep is one of the most dangerous parts of the day. A sleeping dog cannot watch every direction. It cannot quickly judge every footstep. It cannot smell every new danger before it gets close. So the place it chooses at night is not random. It is a decision. A doorway may mean warmth, but it may also mean people opening the door suddenly. A parked car may mean cover, but it may also mean danger when the engine starts. A quiet alley may mean privacy, but it may also become a trap if another dog blocks the exit. A construction site may offer shelter, but it may also carry sharp objects, loud noises, and unfamiliar humans. So a street dog learns to ask one question again and again: where can I rest without being trapped? That is why you often see street dogs sleeping with their backs against a wall, or inside a corner, or under a vehicle with more than one escape direction, or near a place where they can hear movement before it reaches them. To you, it looks like the dog simply found a place to lie down. But to the dog, that place has been measured. Wind direction, human traffic, other dogs, food nearby, escape routes, light, noise, warmth. Everything matters. Because on the street, a safe sleeping place is not comfort. It is survival. Number 2, the city becomes a different map after dark. During the day, humans control the rhythm of the street. Cars move constantly. Shops open. Children pass. Workers shout. Doors open and close. Food appears and disappears. But at night, the human map fades. And another map becomes visible. The map of animals. Cats move through narrow spaces. Rats search near trash bins. Other dogs patrol corners. Birds become silent. Strange smells rise from drains, restaurants, garbage bags, wet pavement, and warm engines. A street dog does not see the city as buildings and roads. It sees layers of information. Which restaurant throws food away late? Which apartment entrance stays warm? Which streetlight attracts insects and small animals? Which shop owner chases dogs away? Which alley belongs to another group? Which corner becomes dangerous after midnight? Which human is still awake? Which sound means trouble? At night, the city becomes less visual and more sensory. Less about what can be seen. More about what can be smelled, heard, and predicted. A dog may follow a scent trail that you would never notice. It may stop beside a closed bakery because the smell of bread is still coming through the door. It may avoid a street not because anything is visible, but because another dog's scent says, "This place is already claimed." It may sleep near a pharmacy door, not because it understands the building, but because that entrance stays warmer than the others. The night city is full of invisible signs, and street dogs read them constantly. Number 3, they listen while the city sleeps. At night, sound becomes larger. A footstep carries farther. A plastic bag moving in the wind can sound like an approaching animal. A motorcycle several streets away can make a dog lift its head before you would even hear it. A door opening at midnight can wake every dog on the block. This is why many street dogs do not sleep deeply for long periods. They rest in layers. A little sleep, a little listening, a head lifted, an ear turning, a nose testing the air, then sleep again. For a street dog, night is not silence. Night is information. The sound of another dog barking 3 streets away may say that a stranger has entered the area. A chain moving behind a gate may say that a guarded dog is awake. A trash bin lid closing may say food is being thrown away. A group of people laughing loudly may say move away. A slow, familiar step may say safe. This is why you sometimes see a dog suddenly stand up at night and stare into a dark street. You may see nothing, but the dog has heard something, or smelled something, or sensed a change in the pattern. And on the street, noticing a change before it becomes a threat can be the difference between resting and running. Number 4. Street dogs have nighttime territories. Not every street dog can go anywhere it wants. During the day, the boundaries may seem invisible. But at night, those boundaries become more serious. A corner may belong to one dog. A parking lot may belong to a small group. A market entrance may be guarded by a stronger animal. A quiet park may become a meeting place. A narrow alley may be avoided by dogs who know what waits there. Street dogs often live inside loose social systems. Not always strict packs. Not always permanent groups. But networks. They know each other. They remember each other. They know who is confident, who is injured, who shares space, who starts fights, who protects food, who should not be approached after dark. At night, this social map becomes important. A dog walking alone may slow down before entering another dog's area. It may lower its head. It may curve around instead of walking straight through. It may avoid eye contact. It may move quickly past a doorway where another dog usually sleeps. These small movements are not random. They are communication. They are negotiation. A street dog survives not only by finding food, it survives by avoiding unnecessary conflict. Because an injury at night can change everything. A hurt leg means it cannot escape cars. It cannot compete for food. It cannot defend its sleeping place. So many street dogs choose caution over confrontation. They take longer routes. They wait. They watch. They let stronger dogs pass. They return later. The city at night is not empty. It is organized in ways most humans never notice. Number 5. They search for food when humans stop watching. For many street dogs, night is when food becomes possible. During the day, food is controlled by humans. Restaurants are busy. Markets are watched. Trash bins are closed. People are moving everywhere. But after closing time, the rules change. A restaurant throws away leftovers. A bakery empties trays. A market worker leaves bags near the back door. A street vendor packs up. A family leaves food near a building entrance. The dog remembers these patterns. It knows which places throw food away early, which places throw food away late, which places are safe to approach, which places have people who yell, which places have cats that arrive first, which places have other dogs waiting. A hungry dog at night is not simply wandering. It is checking a schedule. It may visit the same 3 or 4 places in the same order. First the restaurant, then the bakery, then the apartment bins, then the park. If nothing appears, it may wait. If another dog arrives, it may decide whether to challenge, share, or leave. This is why a street dog can look so patient near a closed shop. It is not confused. It may be waiting for a pattern that has worked before. A sound, a person, a trash bag, a smell, a door. Food on the street is not just food. It is memory, timing, risk, competition, and luck. Number 6. They search for warmth as much as food. When people think about street dogs, they often think about hunger first. But at night, especially in cold weather, warmth can become just as important. A dog's body loses heat while it rests. Wind moves under cars. Concrete becomes cold. Rain soaks fur. Wet fur pulls warmth away faster. A dog that cannot get dry may spend the whole night burning energy just to stay warm. So street dogs learn the warm places. The building entrance with heated air escaping under the door. the wall that held sunlight during the day, the spot behind a restaurant kitchen, the dry space under a balcony, the side of a parked car that blocks the wind, the underground parking entrance, the cardboard pile, the old blanket someone left behind. A dog may return to the same warm place night after night, not because it likes the view, but because that place helps it survive until morning. Sometimes 2 or 3 dogs sleep near each other, not always because they are friends, sometimes because bodies create warmth. Even dogs that keep distance during the day may tolerate each other on cold nights. The calculation is simple. Warmth can be worth sharing space, but even then, the dog remains alert. Its body may curl tightly, its nose may tuck under its tail, its ears may still react to sounds, its sleep may look peaceful, but it is rarely careless. Number 7. The dogs you see in the morning may have traveled farther than you think. Many people believe the dog they see outside their building lives only on that street. Sometimes that is true, but often, street dogs have larger routes than people realize. At night, a dog may move through several blocks, across a park, behind restaurants, past apartment buildings, through parking lots, along quieter side streets. It may appear in one place at sunset and another place at midnight, then return by morning to the corner where people recognize it. To you, it looks like the dog never left, but the dog may have already checked food sources, avoided other dogs, found water, looked for warmth, and returned before the city woke up. This is one of the hidden skills of street life. A dog must remember not just places, but timing. A street that is dangerous at 8 p.m. may be safe at 2 a.m. A shop that is useless during the day may become valuable after closing. A park that is quiet in winter may become crowded in summer. A road that is safe at night may become deadly at sunrise. So, the dog's route changes. Not randomly, strategically. It follows the city's rhythm. And most humans only see one small piece of it. Number 8. Night is when the loneliest dogs become visible. During the day, some street dogs hide. They avoid crowds. They avoid children. They avoid loud streets. They sleep where no one notices them. But at night, when the city becomes quieter, these dogs may finally come out. The old dog that moves slowly. The shy dog that does not approach humans. The injured dog that avoids competition. The mother dog searching carefully for food. The young dog that has not yet learned the rules. They may move only when the world feels less overwhelming. This is why some people say, "I only see that dog at night." That does not mean the dog appears from nowhere. It may mean night is the only time it feels safe enough to be seen. There is something important in that. Not every street dog wants attention. Not every street dog wants to be touched. Not every street dog follows people. Some are simply trying to pass through the city without being noticed. And for those dogs, darkness is not only danger, it is cover. It is space. It is a chance to move without too many eyes on them. Number 9. They remember the humans of the night. Just as street dogs remember daytime people, they also remember nighttime people. The security guard who leaves water. The restaurant worker who speaks softly. The taxi driver who slows down. The person who walks home late and never bothers them. The shopkeeper who chases them away. The drunk person who moves unpredictably. The stranger who throws something. At night, every human stands out more. There are fewer people. Fewer distractions. Each encounter becomes clearer. A kind person can become part of a dog's night route. A dangerous person can change that route completely. This is why a street dog may suddenly appear when one specific person closes a shop, or why it may vanish when another person arrives. It is not magic. It is memory. Street dogs survive by remembering people. Not their names, not their stories, but their patterns, their voices, their steps, their smell, their timing, their hands, and when a human becomes predictable in a good way, a dog may build that person into its night. Number 10. Dawn is not the beginning for them. It is the return. When morning comes, humans think the city is waking up. But for many street dogs, morning is not the start of the day. It is the end of the night shift. By the time you step outside, the dog may have already crossed dangerous streets, avoided conflict, searched for food, found water, listened for threats, found warmth, lost warmth, moved again, waited, watched, remembered, survived. And then, when the first bakery opens, When the first buses arrive, when people begin filling the sidewalks again, the dog returns to the version of itself you recognize. The dog on the corner. The dog near the shop. The dog sleeping under the tree. The dog watching people pass. You see it and think it has been there all night. Maybe it has. Or maybe it has lived an entire hidden story before you ever opened your door. That is the part most people miss. Street dogs are not just surviving in the city. They are reading the city. They know when it changes. They know when humans disappear. They know where warmth remains. They know which sounds matter. They know which corners to avoid. They know which people belong to the night. And they know how to return to the morning as if nothing happened. So the next time you see a street dog sleeping quietly at sunrise, look at it differently. That dog may not be lazy. It may not be lost. It may not be doing nothing. It may be resting after a night full of decisions you never saw. A night of hunger, cold, memory, risk, movement, listening, waiting, and surviving. And maybe that is why street dogs feel so different when you see them at night. Under a streetlight, beside a closed shop, watching a silent road, they seem to belong to another version of the city. Because they do. They live in the city we built. But at night, they move through the city we do not see. Tell me in the comments. Have you ever seen the same street dog late at night and then again in the morning? Did it seem like it had a hidden routine? Did you ever wonder where it had been while the rest of the street was asleep? I want to hear your story. Because sometimes, the quietest hours of the city reveal the most about the animals living beside us. And the next time the street goes silent after dark, remember this. The city is not empty. The dogs are not gone. They have simply entered the part of their lives most humans never witness.